You float in a bubble of starlight. The ceremony chamber is a perfect sphere of glass. Outside, 1 billion suns burn in silent judgment. Before you, 2 figures drift in the soft light. Ilara and Kale. Their white ceremonial suits are stark against the black void. They hold hands, a fragile anchor in zero gravity. Her veil is a shimmer of captured nebula gas. His uniform is decorated with medals of forgotten wars. Their promise to each other feels loud in the quiet. It trembles in the space between heartbeats. Beyond the dome, you see the hard lines of warships. Their own fleets and others hang like silent predators. This wedding is more than a union. It is a breath held before a plunge. Your gaze drifts from the couple to the other guests. They are a dangerous collection of beings. 10 worlds sent their finest pilots and diplomats. You see the stony face of the Zalosian emissary. His people value strength above all else. He watches the couple with unreadable eyes. Is it respect you see or appraisal? A new piece on a cosmic board. Beside him floats a delegate from the Cygnian drift. Her body is a cascade of shimmering liquid light. She communicates through soft chimes, a beautiful and unsettling sound. Each guest is a story, a secret allegiance. Each one carries a spark that could ignite a war, or a hope that could finally bring peace. You feel the weight of their combined presence. A luminous band circles the great chamber. It is not a light fixture, it is a living thing, a captured ring of nebulae, a river of starlit gas. It swirls with soft blues and deep purples. It hums with a power you can feel in your bones. The light paints the couple in ethereal colors. It makes them seem like figures from old legends. The swirling dust seems to know them. It mirrors their slow, graceful movements in the void. As Ilara turns her head, a stream of cosmic dust follows. As Kale adjusts his stance, the colors deepen around him. The ring reflects their intertwined destinies, a beautiful and terrifying promise of what is to come. You wonder if the nebula knows their fate. You turn your attention to the crystal columns. They pulse with a gentle internal light. Within each one, a figure is suspended. The elder ones, they are ancient, their forms barely humanoid. They are the silent guardians of this vessel. Their minds are deep oceans of star science and time. They do not speak, they do not move. They only watch. Their presence is a comfort, a steady weight. It calms the trembling you feel in your own heart. They have witnessed the rise and fall of empires. They have seen stars born and stars die. This small ceremony must seem like a fleeting moment to them. Yet, they watch with an intensity that surprises you, as if this moment matters more than any other. The officiant, a serene being of pure energy, begins. Its voice is not sound, but a feeling that resonates in your mind. Then the couple speaks. Their words pass through breath modulators. They are soft whispers that ripple across the nave. No one needs to strain to hear. The words seem to find you, as if spoken for you alone. Kyle speaks of navigating asteroid fields. He compares it to finding Ilara in a chaotic galaxy. His voice is steady, the voice of a commander. Ilara speaks of dying suns and new dawns. She says his love is a new dawn for her people. Her voice is clear, a beacon in the darkness. Their vows are not just promises of love. They are treaties of hope. You follow the ripple of their words. You watch them spread through the silent chamber. They seem to touch each guest, each secret heart. You feel a shift in the tension, a subtle relaxing of guarded shoulders. Perhaps this fragile peace can hold. Then, your eye catches something, a flicker of movement by the observation deck. It is a shadow, where no shadow should be. You blink, thinking it is a trick of the light, a reflection from the nebula ring perhaps. But you see it again, a sliver of impossible blackness slipping behind a support strut. Your blood runs cold. The ship's security is perfect. No one gets past the outer patrols unseen. And yet, something is here. Your focus is torn between the beautiful ceremony and the creeping dread. The couple seems unaware. The guests are lost in the moment. The elder ones remain perfectly still. You alone seem to have noticed this silent intruder. Its intent remains hidden. But the tension in the room suddenly has a sharp, deadly new edge. The ceremony concludes with a soft chime. The vows are sealed. The guests move from the nave to the grand reception hall. The mood lifts, or tries to. Servers in sleek uniforms drift by with silver trays. On them are bulbs of shimmering liquid. Star soup brewed from the ice of comet tails. A rare delicacy. You take one. It tastes like cold starlight and ancient dust. Laughter begins to spread across the great hall. The Xylosian emissary is attempting to tell a joke. It involves a gravity well and a lost cargo ship. No one seems to get it, which is somehow funnier. The delegate from the Cygnian Drift chimes with what sounds like amusement. The tension from the nave begins to fade like a dream. You almost convince yourself you imagined the shadow. This is a place of celebration, of new beginnings. But a part of you remains watchful. Your eyes scan the corners of the hall. You note the placement of the uniformed crew members. They seem relaxed, but their hands are never far from their sidearms. Peace in this galaxy is always a temporary state. The music begins, a strange and beautiful melody. It has no sound, only vibrations that travel through the ship's hull. It is time for the first dance. Alara and Kale float to the center of the hall. Two attendants connect magnetic ribbons to their suits. The ribbons trail behind them like tails of light. They will keep the couple from drifting apart. They push off from the floor and begin to spin. Their motion is a silent symphony of light. They move with the grace of lifelong void dwellers. The ribbons paint glowing patterns in the air. The couple's eyes are locked on each other. For them, no one else is in the room. They are a universe of two, dancing in the starlight. The guests watch in captivated silence. The dance is a symbol of their union, intertwined but free, separate but held together by an unseen force. It is the most beautiful thing you have ever seen. You feel a genuine swell of hope. Then, the ship shudders. The lights flicker and die, plunging the hall into darkness. Emergency lights snap on a second later. They cast long, eerie red shadows across the hall. The beautiful music is gone. It is replaced by a low-pulsing alarm, a power surge of unknown origin. The crew members are instantly alert. They move with quiet efficiency, securing exits and scanning the area. Their calm is a sharp contrast to the guests' confusion. The Xylosian has his hand on a weapon. The Cygnian delegate has solidified into a defensive posture. The fragile peace of the reception is shattered. You feel the ship's engines strain. Something is drawing massive amounts of power. You remember the shadow you saw. This is not an accident. This is an attack. In the red emergency lighting, you see the couple. They are no longer dancing. They have pulled themselves to a nearby console. Kyle's hands fly across the controls. Alara leans in close to him, speaking in a low voice. You are close enough to overhear her words. You are not sure you are supposed to hear this. The map is in the ring, she whispers. Her voice is urgent and steady. It's a micro-engraving. He must have detected its energy signature. Kyle does not look surprised. He nods. his eyes fixed on the display. A hidden map, a relic. The legends are true. A path to something beyond the known frontier. A power that could end the war. This wedding was a cover. A way to transport the map safely. A way to bring powerful allies together. You realize the depth of the game being played. The looming war is not just a threat. It is a certainty, unless something changes. And that change is hidden in the bride's ring. The intruder is not just here to disrupt a wedding. It is here for the map. Kyle straightens up, his face grim. The lights still pulse their rhythmic red warning. He turns to face the assembled guests. His voice cuts through the panicked whispers. "My friends," he says, his commander's voice taking control. "Our celebration has been interrupted. A hostile force is upon us. He does not hide the truth. He does not soften the blow. Ilara and I brought you here for more than our vows. We brought you here to offer an alliance." He extends his hand, not to his bride, but to the room. An oath to unite our fleets, to end the tyranny of the outer hegemony, to fight together. The ship shudders again, more violently this time. The Xylosian emissary looks from Kael to the trembling walls. The Cygnian delegate lets out a low, questioning chime. An alliance is a desperate gamble. It could mean salvation, or it could mean total annihilation for them all. But Kael's offer hangs in the air, heavy with purpose. This is the moment of choice. Then, the viewports clear. The emergency shields retract for a moment. Everyone can see what waits outside. A swarm of small insect-like drones. They move with unnatural speed and precision. Enemy craft, unmistakable. They surround the ship, their weapon ports glowing with malevolent energy. The reception hall becomes a bridge. Ilara is already at the tactical display. "Their formation is a standard suppression pattern," she says. Her voice is calm, analytical. "They expect us to be disorganized. They expect fear." Kael stands beside her, his hand resting on her shoulder. They move as one unit. The couple you saw dancing is gone. In their place are two veteran commanders. Kael taps his comms link. "Helm, execute evasive pattern Delta. All hands to battle stations." His voice is a rock in the surging sea of fear. The guests are frozen, witnesses to a battle they did not expect. The ship lurches as its thrusters fire. You grab a handhold to steady yourself. Outside, the drones open fire. Beams of red energy slice through the void. The ship's shields flare, absorbing the first volley. A high-pitched whine fills the air. Kael and Ilara are a blur of motion at the console. They are not shouting orders. They are communicating with glances, with small gestures. They have done this 100 times before. Their unity, forged in love, is now a weapon of war. You watch them, and you feel your own fear begin to recede. The ship cannot withstand a prolonged assault. The drones are too many, too agile. The shields are bleeding energy. Ilara looks up from her console. A strange light is in her eyes. "The vows," she says. "The nave's acoustic amplifier. We can broadcast the resonance." It sounds like madness. A desperate, poetic idea in the middle of a firefight. Kyle understands instantly. He reroutes power from non-essential systems. He links the nave's audio system to the main comms array. "Do it," he says. Ilara places her hand on a large crystal conduit. She closes her eyes. You hear her voice again, not in the air, but in your mind. The words of her vow, a promise of a new dawn. The vow echo booms through the ship, not as sound, but as a wave of pure energy, a pulse of harmony, of order, of hope. It radiates from the ship in a visible wave of golden light. When the wave hits the enemy drones, they falter. Their coordinated attack becomes a chaotic mess. Their systems seem to short-circuit, overwhelmed by the signal. Some drones veer off into space, others simply shut down, drifting lifelessly. A few even fire on each other in confusion. The amplified promise, the raw power of their unity, has disarmed the enemy. The shields stabilize. The pulsing red lights are replaced by steady, normal illumination. A collective sigh of relief fills the hall. The attack is over. As the last drone retreats, silence descends. The ship sails on, its engines humming a steady, reassuring tune. The ceremony is over, but their real journey has just begun. They turn from the console and face their guests. There is no triumph in their eyes, only a quiet resolve. They have shown everyone their strength. Now, they wait for the answer to their offer. The Zalosian emissary is the first to move. He walks forward, his stony face unreadable. He stops before the couple. He gives a short, sharp nod. "Xylos will honor this alliance," he says. His voice is like grinding stones. Then, the Cygnian delegate emits a series of determined, harmonious chimes. The meaning is clear. One by one, the other representatives pledge their support. Their love has become a beacon. It has forged a bond stronger than any treaty. The ship sets a new course, not toward a familiar home world, but toward the unknown frontier, toward the location on Alara's hidden map. You stand at the viewport and watch the stars glide by. The fear and tension have been replaced by a quiet sense of purpose. You were invited to a wedding. You have become part of a revolution. A new age is dawning, and you are here to witness it. You feel the echo of their vows deep within you. It is a pulse of warmth in the cold void of space, a promise not just between two people, but for the entire galaxy. Hope is no longer a fragile thing. It is a weapon. It is a shield. It is a star to navigate by. And it lingers, steady as a heartbeat in the great, silent dark.